This video is going to show you how to replace an engine filter on an E350 2008, and exactly the same procedure is used on a C300 2008. In fact, they use exactly the same filters. So the filters reside right here, and what we're going to have to do is start with taking this part off. There you go, we got this part off. So this is essentially, those are the clips that are holding things in place. And you get it out simply by, releasing the front part first and then pulling it upwards. Also, make sure you don't break those clips as you're taking things apart. Next, we're going to remove the clip in the back. Simply go in with a screwdriver like this and push it back. Next, we're going to disconnect the hoses. Don't forget the one in the middle here. So there's one, this one, and the equivalent for the air intake on the other side. So now you're at the point where you can lift the engine air filter cover up, and it simply just lifts upwards. And that's it. So the parts that are holding the cover on are 4 clips. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then this gasket that attaches over there. Next, we're going to take the air filter out of the air filter housing, and it's held in by 4 screws. So one's here, one's here. And if you kind of go to the other end, one's located here. And then the last one's located here, and essentially, the same on the other side. One here, and then one here, and one there. We're using the T25 Torx to remove the screws. Go. So it's one side. Right, and you don't have to completely remove the screws. They basically just leave them in there, and there you go. This is you get access to the filter. So that's one side, and here's the other side. And then simply pull out the filter and put in the new one. Make sure you clean out the interior of the filter housing, and then we're gonna insert the new replacement filters, and I'm using MAN C300. Here's the new filter, and simply install it. Do the same on the other side, and then make sure that if you push in the seal on the side. Okay, I have both filters now in the housing, and this is kind of what it looks like when it's nice and seated well in the housing. The other part you'll want to make sure is that the area where the seal is from the filter is gonna touch the housing, the other part is clean. And then the installation is just a reversal. The part I want to point out is when I tighten those screws, I actually do that by hand. I just don't want to break the plastic by over torquing it. The other part that I also do is when I tighten those screws is I push the housing slightly together, and then I come in with the screwdriver and tighten this. That avoids having extra space introduced here as the screw moves into the bottom part of the housing. All 8 screws are in now, 4 on each side. This is what you want it to look like, flush like this. Remember, do not over tighten. This is plastic. You do not want to break something. So next thing to do is to install it into the vehicle. The air filter housing is upside down here now, so I just wanted to show you the clips. So here are the 1, 2, 3, 4 areas that will clip in, and obviously this part's gotta go around that area there. But the areas where the clips grab are here, back there, and then on the other side of the engine, that's the one in the back, and the one right here. So you'll want to line this up, make sure you line it up well so you're not bending those clips. You need both hands to install this, so I've installed it, but kind of the trick is I attach both of those hoses in advance so they're not pushing back on the housing. And then what I do is I kind of feel around this area to make sure this is lined up, this opening, and if it's all lined up here, I try and get this part to seat well first, not try and push it all the way down, and then kind of equally get both sides seated, and then that basically completes installing the housing. The part that you'll also notice is this is going to be flush if you installed it correctly. And then remember to connect this clip in the end. Obviously I connected this air intake on the right hand side already, connected the left hand side, and then don't forget the center hose needs to be attached as well. When you install this last piece, just remember the clips that are part of the installation here. So they go in here, and then this one here will kind of just latch back here, and then the last piece we'll push down is the front, which goes into the 2 holes in the front. So here we go, lining this up. Here's one side, the other, and then just push the back down. This completes the engine air filter replacement. Hopefully this video was helpful, and check out the other videos that show you some of the other maintenance work you could do yourself.